They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not.
Bye.
Well, welcome back, guys, and a few more cheaters and glitches for you to learn about. We're going to go and get that sniper at the top of the tower. I'm normally quite good at getting people out of towers. Not this time, though. So, here I am in the editor, just trying to replicate things and check everything out. Because, you know, you want to be sure. I mean, we all know that you can't shoot through the walls of towers, but I thought I'd just show you that there isn't something weird with this tower. Unless you do that. That's what he did. I tried it on the side as well, look. Let's watch it again at full speed. Now, I wonder if this guy was actually hacking and not just doing the glitching. Because if you watch it in slow motion here, unlike my shots, there's no bullet ricochets or decals. Because he must have hit me with every bullet. So, I thought he was just a glitcher, but that guy might have been a cheater. Here's another tower one. I mean, this is common, and you know, it is glitchy. We know the towers are glitchy, but look at this. You know, I'll get shot through the wall. I mean, maybe I've done that to people without realising it, but you only really get it on the third-person service because of the way they're manipulating the stance. So let's have a look at some rock glitches. And here's our friendly sort of group of Russians. And I'm sure they'd like to say, no, I get a good score because I'm in a good spot. I don't know if it's a good spot, or whether it's because you're shooting through the rock and people can't see you. I wouldn't use that spot. I'm going to have a look. Let's see if he is. What do you think? Do you think he's glitching the rocks? I think he is, look. He's looking through them. There you go, fucking hell, caught the c***. There you go, watch, look. I think you should probably get a ban for that, really. Because I think that's fucking blatant, but it's up to you, see what you think. You see, there isn't really any argument when you're level 1, 2, fucking 5 as to what you're doing. So, now we're going to look at it from another angle. Obviously a different person, but it's the same spot on the rocks. I'm in the construction yard. And obviously I want to kill him because then I've got him banged to rights. But, as you can see, I'm having great difficulty killing him. Or at least even hitting him. Now you might say, okay, well he hasn't hit you yet. Yeah, but I think that's because he can't aim. Because you can see it impacting on the concrete in front of me. So he just hasn't got his spot quite right. So it's not stopping him shooting me. He just can't hit me. But you'll see in a second that he does hit me. And then I just pause and let him finish me. Because I can't kill him. So I need him to kill me. So I can prove who it was. I really don't think you should use those rocks unless you're kneeling, and anyone who does prone on those rocks should be kicked, and if they do it repeatedly they should get a ban, but that's just my opinion. Look at that, shooting through the rock. Looks a bit glitchy to me, that, mate. A little bit glitchy. Yeah, Rock. That's a bit glitchy, really, wasn't it? Sort of goes with your name, doesn't it? Rock W. Well, I wouldn't get caught doing that again if I were you. Okay, so I suppose you're wondering why I'm sitting here. Well, I'm just finishing a phone call. So I finished a phone call, and I'm now setting up the scoreboard, and then I noticed that, and that looks a little bit unusual, doesn't it? If you look at the level and the score. So I thought, well, I ought to find out what's going on. And I'm looking for him. I couldn't find him. And then that pops up on my screen. Now, I'm no expert, but that looks like some sort of script execution. I don't think you should have a Titan in this server. So I've spotted where the guy is. So I'm going to have a look at him and see what's going on. He's up on the roof. You see, because initially I thought, well, you know, some people can just get into amazing spots with a sniper rifle, but he's not in an amazing spot, and he hasn't got a sniper rifle, has he? I mean, he's invisible, but that is a Titan, as you will see in a second. You'll see this sort of optic on the front of it. So yeah, so I thought, well, okay, I need to get some footage of this guy. There's his name. So I've got him banged to rights. You know, what I'm trying to do is be as diligent as possible, because what you don't want is somebody saying, oh no, that's really not good enough evidence. Now this is why I'm debating about whether I should kill him, and I'm thinking I should just shoot him. I should just kill him. But then I'm thinking, well, you know, then I'll get judged on that. But so I thought, well, I'm getting all the evidence. Look, I'm taking the map, so there's really, you know, no disputing what is going on here. I'm still thinking about whether I should shoot him. Should I? Should I not shoot him? And then he does this. At full speed, I didn't see him go past me. It's only because I heard the bushes rustling that I realised where he'd gone. Fortunately, the admins were called, and this guy was dealt with. But it just shows you that we do get some dickheads in the servers. So, now back onto our Russian friends. What do you think they're going to be doing? Don't like that. It looks a bit fucking glitchy through the fucking roof. See what I mean? Don't really like that kind of fucking play. I mean, he probably doesn't think he's glitching, but that is fucking glitchy as fuck. So we can see it. There we go. 607. And that looks like actually he's firing through the fucking rock lot. Maybe not. I think he might be glitching. Irish winter. Might have to look at that. Now, the funny thing about this is he had got it wrong. As you'll see through the beginning of this footage, he was actually firing through the rock. And I tested it, and basically if you fire through the rock, well, your bullets don't go anywhere. You don't get any impacts. I tested that by aiming at the water and all the rest of it. So you do have to manipulate yourself a little bit, which is why this clip is a little bit longer perhaps, to be able to shoot. But the general outcome is it's glitchy, and I don't think you should use this rock. And I think if you're caught using this rock, you should probably be kicked and told to stay off it and deploy a weapon rather than try and sink into it. So I'm pretty sure that's what he was doing. Where we were. I couldn't see his head though. But that's, I think, a bit glitchy. Right, well, we're back in Kavala, and I'm just going to throw this screen up because this guy was 2 for 4. So he was basically a negative player, not a very good player, and then suddenly he's got a fantastic streak. And we know he's not a very good player because it's going to take me a little while to get up the rocks and not get it right, because I don't really go up here that often, so I sometimes forget the route. So I'm clomping around and making quite a bit of noise. But this guy had a bit of an argument after this little episode, explaining that he was really actually quite a good player, and he knew what he was doing. But I think we all know that that isn't the case, because look how much noise I'm making, and he hasn't heard me. Fucking noob glitcher. See, I was quite irritated. So let's have a look at this in the editor. What these fucking noobs do is lie up here and watch the like that, and then when they see something, they come up and they fucking shoot it. Like this. Alright. Oh, fucking hell. Now, let's just go back, and then if we didn't do a deploy, see, if you deploy, you can't fucking shoot down. So what they do is they lie like that. And you can shoot. Anyway, if we go over here, let's just show you what it looks like. See what I mean? And you're down there. What the fuck can you see? Maybe top of his head if you're lucky. And they do that. Oh my god. That's why I wouldn't use this spot if I were you, unless you're fucking like this. And yeah, it's not ideal, but if you know the fucking rocks are fucking glitchy and you can look through them, then it's probably not a good idea to fucking go on them, is it? Or at least not to lie fucking down. You see? This is what they fucking do. And they'll look around and think, well, that's alright, I'm just, you know, and then come up and shoot them fuckers. Like that. Now, by a funny quirk of fate, I want you to pay attention to who's top of the scoreboard on this screenshot from the previous clip. because we're going to see him in action in a moment. Now, as a bit of background, the server had just restarted. It was starting to fill up in the afternoon. I've been having quite a good battle against a lot of Russians. I mean, I've got the SOCOM 16, which is not ideal because they're all running around with bloody valves, but it's been quite a good bit of combat. I bet nobody saw what happened there, so here it is in slow motion. And now we'll see it again at full speed. Oh, you fucking cheeky cunt looking through the wall. Oh, you cheeky little fucking twat. Right, so I'm back at the house in the editor, and this is what a normal player would do if he ran along the wall. I mean, you'll have to go back and look at the clip, but I was very careful about sound. But it didn't make any difference, because he did that. That's what he did. Just so you know. What a Well guys, I thought you'd like to see what some of the scumbags get up to. Let's end on that first clip and my failure to spot the speed hacker run past me. Thanks a lot for watching. Please leave a like.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not.
Bye.